it's another week. It's another week. This is Donovan Sadiq. You guys have been now tuned into Don't Believe the Hype on the Donovan Sadiq Show, and I am joined by long time missing in action DK, still causing a lot of trouble around the neighborhood, doing what she does best. What's going on?
Well, I'm glad you asked. And I'm sitting up here dancing like it was some music on. I don't know why I just felt like dancing.
No, I'll tell you guys why. Mr. Jackson has finally gone home. Her batteries have been recharged.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Okay,
yes.
You're ready to go. All right, let's do it.
So anyway, what had happened was, if you guys have been on social media, it's even in the news, the newspapers, you name it, it's everywhere. You have seen a melee being a fight that took place in a New York salon. I think the neighborhood was Bed-Stuy or something like that. A couple days ago, the video was shot by Mercy Maduka. She was in a nail shop with some other black women, owned a nail shop owned by Asians. It's called Red Apple Nail Salon. Now, the video shows a fight taking place. Now, there's, I would say, maybe 10 Asian women and an Asian man ganging up, violently beating up 3 black women. Now, the story goes that there's a grandmother and her granddaughter and her granddaughter's friend were in there getting their hands and their feet and their eyebrows done. Now, when it came to the eyebrows, one of the technicians, the Asian technicians, messed up the lady's eyebrow. In fact, it sounds like she snatched it bald. And so the lady was like, I'm not paying for that. Now, we're not talking about a $20, $25, $30. We're talking about a $5 eyebrow job. $5 for this eyebrow. So the lady, she paid for everything else. She said, I'm just not paying for you snatching my eyebrow bald. Okay, I think that's understandable. So for whatever reason, the Asians in the shop went bananas.
Went ham. How dare you, nigga?
And we'll show the video. I think we're able to show the video. They went bananas. When I say bananas, they took broomsticks and you see it beating these women, beating savagely.
See you next week.
You stupid. Savagely beating these women, even spraying acetone on the grandmother who was trying to, as you see, trying to shield, I guess, her granddaughter, and the granddaughter is being held by the guy that I guess in the shop. I don't know if he's the owner or whatever the case is. And so now there's this huge boycott taking place. And I should say that the woman that was hitting the lady going toward the door with the broomstick, she's been arrested along with the granddaughter, Christina Thomas.
Wait a minute. Wait. Why is the woman being arrested? I mean, niggas get beat all the time. See, that's a disparity in the law. When an Asian does it, you want to, it's a big deal. When a white guy does it, no problem.
Well, I think all of the Asians in there should be arrested, but I think they got arrested before the video came out. You know, they basically took the words of the Asians that these Negroes
this grandmother is out of control.
She don't want to pay. She don't pay me.
She don't pay. Nigga.
And it's like, so when you see the video, it's like, well, how come all of them aren't in jail? I mean, so let's say they didn't pay.
It's called selective enforcement, but go ahead.
I get it, but let's just say they didn't pay. They were trying to stiff you for $5. Let's just say that was true, and it's not. That's not what happened. What happened to calling the police? You just take, vigilante justice into your own hands, but, as I was watching the video, a lot of people posting the video, I commented on every video. If another sister takes her ass back in there in any of those shops, she deserves to get her ass beat.
Kung Fu karate chop.
She deserves every broomstick, every acetone in her face, every drop kick, every nail file in your eye. You deserve all of that. I'm just saying, it's like, how many times do we need to see this go on before you get it? Like, let me stop giving these people my money. But
where can I go? I mean, because Long Queen, she does really good nails.
Well, you know what? I would rather have no nails if it meant the difference between me going and giving people who obviously treat me as an animal and give them my money. I'd rather be filing my nails down to the nub until I...
Girl, no. We can't do that, girl. No, I got to get my hair and nails
But this is where I have some pushback, too. All right. My pushback is this. So you keep taking yourself up into these shops and you keep getting beat, not just pushed, but assaulted. You're getting choked down near to death. You're getting somebody spraying acetone in your face. Then you want the rest of the black community to go take out time from their day to stand out there in front of these shops.
Because of your foolishness.
Yes! Like, why keep putting people in that position? Just stay out of there. Those people would not have a presence in the neighborhood that they do if you were not going in there and giving them your money. It's so like when you see somebody getting beat down, I'm talking about beat down. Not just, you know.
I'm talking about they were using the Kung Fu death grip on them and just giving it to them.
And it's like.
And using weapons with a deadly weapon.
And then the lady, the grandmama, I think it was, so we've been going here since my granddaughter was 9, and the granddaughter's 21.
Well, what does that mean?
Well,
obviously to the Asians, they don't give a damn.
And so they've learned, not only I'm not going to say all Asians, but the certain Asians, they have learned from watching the rest of American society, the rest of American society being white society, how to treat black people. Black people are less than human. We treat them like animals. They rob us $5, we beat them back.
Do you know that in part of your citizenship test to come here, you know, legally, there's a how to interact with black people test, and if you don't if you don't say nigger right, you don't pass.
You a lie.
Nigger. No. You got to put more of an emphasis on that.
You almost have it. Almost have it. But then I was like, nah, this sounds like some real BS.
Nigga. That's the first thing they teach you.
I mean, you never know. I don't know, but I doubt it.
Now, and I know I'm joking when I say that, but I'm going to tell you, I went to survival school and up in Fairchild, Washington, at Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane. And one of you're supposed to be a prisoner of war. You go through this scenario, right? And I had a problem going through the training because in the training, being one of the only few black people going through this part of the training, we're supposed to be in this imaginary country in Europe. And the guy that captured me, they kept saying nigga and doing all that other stuff, right? And of course, because my dad was an aviator, I basically kept my peace, checked it in my memory, got through the course. Now, you can't get upset right then and there because that's not going to do anything for you. So after the course was over, we had to do a critique. And I wrote in the critique, and I asked to see the superintendent of the school, and I told them, I said, you know what? Because he read my critique, and he says, well, I said, look, in a real-world situation, if I was in Europe somewhere, they're not going to call me no damn nigga.
Right, like, where y'all getting this from? I don't think this was in the course.
So I said, whatever this person is, or these people that you have doing this course, their blatant racism is coming out because if you go to Europe, they're not going to hate me because I'm black. They're going to hate me if I got shot down in the country because I'm an American and not supposed to be there.
If anything, they're going to say, black man, why are you over here? This is not your boy.
So there's a blatant problem in the training in the scenario. But no, I mean, and that wasn't an isolated incident. But, I could have gone off and said, oh, no, you're going to be a nigga. No, that ain't the time and the place for it because I wanted to get through that shit.
They add some extra stuff.
And I was like, I highly...
This is how you was looking through the manual? Like,
yeah, I mean, no, really, I did.
Is it?
I did. I said...
Am I missing some pages? I don't see that.
Yeah, because, and my argument was, here's an Italian-American guy. I don't see them calling him a wop. I don't see them calling this guy a bean turd, or whatever. It's like, for some reason, they're only calling me a nigga.
I want to say, okay, wait. We're going to break this skit right now. I'm not for sure if that's in the manual.
No, see, and then they tried to justify it, saying because it is a mind game too. And what he said was, they'll say that to get you out of your thing, but I didn't fall for it because my dad had told me.
Why do I have to have the extra special treatment?
Right, exactly. And and a lot of black people fall for that. Like, you can't call me no nigga. No, we're in training, and I'm not making excuses. What I'm saying is, I went to the superintendent and I said, "This is some bullshit." I don't know. I said, because I don't see anybody else being called WAP, Jew,
so did they fix
whatever.
it?
I believe they did.
That is. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. Because like, wait, whoa.
Right.
Well, where you get this from?
Yeah, but you got to recognize where you're at, because only in America are they going to treat you like that and call you like a nigga. And like this scenario that you're talking about, these people, they feel entitled to treat black people any way they want to.
Yeah, because that's how they've seen black people being treated.
Portrayed.
We'll treat them like animals. We'll hit them because they're not going to do nothing to us.
Right.
We see them get shot down in the street all the
They ain't
time.
gonna,
We see black people, you know, getting treated less than anyway.
Right.
So we'll, like in your mind, like I can't imagine whatever business I might have.
Or look, they let us set up a shop right in their neighborhood. They don't care.
Right, exactly. And guess what? They'll keep coming back. Like the grandmama said, well, my granddaughter, she's 21, been coming here since she was 9. And so it's like, okay, so why are you putting fuel on the fire, making it sound worse? Like, it doesn't sound like that was the first time those women in the shop have behaved like that with the black women in the community. So you guys continue. What is your point?
Right.
You, what is it, 11 years? You've been going to the shop for 11 years, giving these people your money, and
this is how they treat you. This is your frequent flyer, your customer rewards program.
Right, we're going to give you, you know, you want one lump or two?
Yes.
One dash of acetone or 2.
Yeah. Chin chow, special. Give her special.
Please, first when I watched it, and I mean, it makes you mad, but I wasn't really mad. I was just like, oh well, they keep going in there. Yeah. They like it. I love it. I mean, I personally wouldn't keep going in there.
Yeah.
You know.
And let me make a disclaimer. I know I'm making fun and stuff like that.
That's him. It ain't me.
Everybody knows I was raised in Okinawa, so I have a lot of Asian friends. I'm just emphasizing some fun here. So.
Well, I mean,
I'm a lifelong karate person.
You got 20 black belts.
So I live the life of Asian, but the stereotype of what is going on. And I'm not trying to circle out any particular Asian group, but unfortunately, a lot of nail shops, especially here in Southern California, are owned by Vietnamese. They're very entrepreneurial, and some of them do have a bad reputation.
And you know what? I will say this: there are some. I don't know how many, but Asian shops or stores in the community that do treat the people right.
Really, really good. Yeah.
So I know of a hair shop or hair beauty supply. And he has nothing but black people working in there because he realizes I'm smack dab in the middle of the neighborhood where probably 99% of the patrons are black. So I might as well, right. And he's very nice. And so I don't have a problem with him because that's how you're supposed to do it. But this particular shop, Red Apple Nail Salon, they also have a grocery store that came under fire. There's light. They came under fire in 1990 for doing the same thing. They jumped on a Haitian woman in one of their grocery stores, and then in 1991 it shut down because the people protested, like, no, you guys are out of here. And so we figure, what was that? 91? What, 24 years? 20, roughly, I don't know. So 24 years ago, the same nail shop or the same family.
Volume down.
I'm turning the volume down. The same family of business. They're still doing the same thing to black people, and so it's like. And then they have another. I guess they have other nail shops and stuff too, not too far from each other. But the point that I'm making is that's just their ideology when it comes to black people. We don't have to treat them right. We know they'll come give us our money, but we don't have to treat them right. Hell, we'll beat them down.
Beat them down. And here's another example that you've once again shown how this thing is happening. You know, this ain't something you're making up. This isn't something that's a theory. This is actually happening. So let's take a look at the video. You guys take a look. Keep your jaw off of the ground because it actually happened. Just take a look at the video right now. You guys in the neighborhood, how come y'all don't know that? Why do you continuously go in there and give those people your money? It's just more convenient. They're right around the corner and they do such good
nails. I get it, but you know what? Go on YouTube and figure out how to do your own nails. You get, I mean, I don't know. I haven't gotten my nails done in years, but I see some of these nail jobs, and it's like you have to be spending $50 to $60 per time. That's a lot of money on nails.
You know, this is what I don't understand, especially when it comes to our women. $12 billion hair industry, we are basically X out of that. The nail shop industry, we're basically X out of that. Yeah, we got some black beauticians and stuff like that, but the money's in the supplying. That's where the big money.
Well, and I read a comment online yesterday, and a black nail technician, she made a good point, and I agree with her. Is that she says, and to your point too, you guys want to go to the Asian shops because they can charge $5 to get your eyebrows done. But when you come to us, we're gonna charge a little bit more. But she says, but look at what you're paying for. Somebody probably snatching your eyebrow off, and they're not going to do a good job. And so you guys are going for the cheap instead of coming. Something's going to cost a little bit more quality, and then with your own people. Stay out of those. That's why they're able to do a $5 eyebrow job, because they know it's going to be 20 more Negras coming in there and getting their eyebrows done. So that we'll get an eyebrow. That's giving it away pretty much.
And you know that back down east, because you go into the club every Friday anyway with your Section 8 check or whatever.
You know what?
Well, you know what I'm talking about. You're living in Section 8 and you want to look ghetto fabulous, so you're going to go there. I mean, you know what I mean?
My thing is just do your own nails at home, or go to one of these black nail shops or hair, whatever the case is, and get that done. But yeah, like I said, I'd rather have nubs than to go give somebody who could potentially brutalize me with a broomstick and acetone. But there's just no, how deadly you gotta be.
Now, I know you would do this, but think about it. How many of us will actually go the extra yard to find a black business to do that particular thing or something that we really want done?
You know what? Sometimes you gotta go the extra yard. You know what I mean? I understand it's around the corner. I personally do my own nails. I'm not paid.
The nubs. The nubs.
Okay? But I personally haven't paid anybody to do my nails. It's something I know how to do. So I learned how to do it. But I mean, if you really want your nails done, go on Yelp or whatever. Then black-owned nail salon or whatever the case is, and do that.
And keep our money in our community.
But you're essentially paying to get your ass beat. I mean, I'm just saying, like, why would you pay for that?
Right. Now, D, you've known me for over 30 years. You know I'm very eclectic. Some people say I'm cheap, but it isn't really I'm cheap.
No, I don't think you're cheap.
No,
you're frugal.
I'm
smart with your money.
Yeah, I'm very smart with my money. So, like I said, I want quality, I will get quality. So that's what I've been doing around the house. And when it's time to splurge, do I not splurge when it's time?
Yeah, I mean, you do you.
And I do what I got to do. I mean, I'm not driving a Mercedes, but my point is, though, sometimes instead of doing the cheap, you're actually paying more money.
In the long run.
Oh,
yeah,
because think of how many times you're going back. Whereas if you got a nice quality, hard seal on your nail, you're not going to be back there for 2.5 weeks.
But my thing is too, and I'm not trying to get anybody's finances or their business. Let's say you are paying $50 to $60 a time every 2 weeks or however. That's $100 to $120 a month that I'm sure you can't afford. Most people, especially in the urban areas, they can't really afford. I mean, they set aside the money from somewhere, but what else could you be doing with $100 to $120 other than getting some nails done for somebody saying, "Oh, your nails are nice"?
Well, it's like your dad always says. So he told you, you're gonna beg for what you
buy what you want and beg for what you need. And so it's like, do you really have $100 to $120 to give people for some nails? That's I'm baffled. Like, when I saw the video, I seriously was like, oh well, they keep going there, getting their nails done by those people who don't like them. Right. They deserve to get their ass beat. Every broomstick, every whop on top of your head, you need to get.
And the funny thing is, they probably charge the black people at the time.
Yeah, originally they did, and then once I guess the video came out, it was like, oh. I mean, to me, I didn't see the black people being the aggressor.
Right. But
if I said I don't want to pay, that's my right.
Never.
I know. Then I've seen a lot of arguments too, of saying, well, black women are notorious for going in somewhere saying they don't want to pay for something.
Well, throw that cell phone in your head.
I don't know if that's necessarily a black woman thing, but I think I've been in the service industry. I'm in the service industry, not the service industry.
Yeah, service industry. Yeah.
But if I render you a service and you don't like the service I rendered you, now I'm not saying no stupid stuff. Yeah. I'm saying, like, legitimately, it is your right to refuse to pay. Now, if you don't like my decision, then you call the police or you take me. They'll say it's a civil matter. Take them to court. Do that, but you don't have the right to brutalize nobody. That's not like where do you get off?
We'll just take that. Give us some more. Beat me some more. Please.
Yeah, they're gonna be up in there next week talking about okay.
Yeah.
This time don't snatch my eyebrow off.
And what kills me is after seeing this video and the people that live in that area, there's still going to be some. Even though you weren't the one that got beat, you're still going to be in that shot.
Well, they closed it down. Right. They 2 days in a row they've not been able to open up. Wow. The first day that they tried to open back up, the police had to escort them out in a van.
You mean the workers?
The workers,
yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Stay on top of that story. I guarantee you, once the hoopla dies down, Negroes will be back in that shop.
People are pretty mad about it. There's a lot of people showed up. And they said today, I didn't see it, but
I know our people.
Protest.
I know our people. I'm going to bet money.
I hope you're wrong. I really do, because at some point in time, we just have to get it. We just have to decide that there's nothing they have to offer that's worth us being dehumanized any more than we already are. And then we're going to pay for the dehumanization? How does that work?
Oh, because, slavery was a long time ago. Martin Luther King freed us. Girl, you got to give it the time. It ain't like that
okay, I'm going and keep getting your ass beat.
Trump has done more for black people.
Go keep it going and get your ass beat. And stop posting videos talking about, make this go viral. For what? Why are you making this go viral? You want black people to go out there and defend you, but you don't have the sense God gave a cricket to stay out of those shops. Why do we need to keep going? Like, we got other fires we need to be putting out other than your dumb, and I said I was going to stop cussing. Today I will. Other than your dumb ass. Keep rolling up into these salons and these
shops and all this
where you gonna get choked and beat. Like, we stop telling us we don't care no more. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. We don't care.
Yeah, I've seen enough videos.
You want everybody to put on the cable. Oh gosh, Sister So and So got choked out. But I've been going up in there for 11 years.
My granddaughter, my niece has been up in there.
And we'll probably go up in there the minute you break a nail.
Right, exactly. I'm just going there for a second. I'm going to a wedding.
Oh, okay, you go. All right.
Yeah.
Well, when you get
get my tools.
When you get choked out again, don't post a video. Don't talk about come help me.
Yes, that's a good point. But there it is once again. DK is on it once again, showing you this is what's happening.
I have another scenario that I wanted to talk about. I don't think you've seen it, but I posted it on my page about a week ago.
Okay, for a week I've been working on my house, but go ahead.
Okay, so what happened was there was this text and went viral for some reason of this guy. There's a text conversation between him and his girlfriend at the time. Now, she has 3 kids by 2 different dudes.
Well, I did see it. All
right, so you know what I'm talking about. Yes. So there's 3 kids by 2 different dudes. And you did that on your show. I talked about it on the show as well, but I kind of want to talk about it a little bit more.
Right. Go to Demetra K on Facebook, and you can see last week's show where she's talking about that. It's really good.
So anyway, so she has 3 kids by 2 dudes, and her boyfriend. She asked her boyfriend, could she have $20 so the kids can go on a field trip? And so this is a text conversation that he put out for whatever reason, I don't know. And he tells her no. And I'm paraphrasing, because you got 2 baby daddies in between the 3 of y'all should be able to come for $20 and this, that, and the other. And so she got mad about it. And
why she get mad?
Well, I guess she figured down. I'm just asking you. You got to go through all of that. And she said that she asked the baby daddies and they didn't have it. Whatever the case was. Well, let me finish, because I knew you. That's why I brought it up. Because I knew you was gonna have.
No, I was saying, what happens to the women that would break the man off and he'll give you?
I'm sure she was giving him saying the dude ain't there for free. You think he hanging around? She got 3 kids.
Obviously, it must not be that good.
Well,
go ahead.
Anyway, he kind of roasted her a little bit, saying I'm not doing it, and all this other stuff. And so I posted it, and I just simply said, wow, she needs to raise her self-esteem and get some knowledge of self, because if she did, she wouldn't be messing with dudes, including her baby daddies, who are sound like a little bit lackluster. Because as a woman, I'm speaking from a woman's point of view, why would you be with somebody? Because obviously the dude knew she had 3 kids and 2 baby daddies. Why would you be with somebody who will run you low over $20? And on my post, all the women that came on there agreed with what he did to her.
Wow.
If you want to call it what he did to her. A lot of men agreed, but some men was like, man, give her the $20.
Yeah.
That's a package deal. You with this woman, give her the $20.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I was blown away. I was blown away by the fact that, you know, she had to pretty much haggle with this dude. She had to haggle with the dude in order to get the money. So,
right.
but like I said, I was shocked too that a lot of women were like, well, no, he don't. That's not his job, and you know, the baby daddy should give it to her, and you know,
yeah, he should contribute. Like I said, but a lot of brothers ain't got the $20.
Okay, but why? But he could have just said that too. But then the humanizer, or not the humanizer, but the grader put it on Facebook, run her low. It's like, well, to me, that didn't speak. It didn't speak that badly of her. It spoke badly of him because this is a woman you're with. You knew her situation. Now you want to take it to the next level and try to embarrass her.
So what's your question? Do you think that people agree with her?
Do you think he was right in denying her? No. And to me,
it's only $20.
Yeah, but to me, it wasn't even the money. It was like this lady's asking you for help, and you're like, no.
But look, I need some ass.
I'm sure he was getting that.
But you know what I'm saying. But that's how we do. You know, you don't want to help her out, but yet when you want,
and that was the point that I was making. Then some dude wanted to argue with me. Why are you saying that we should equate that with this and money for that? And I was like, that's not what I said. I'm saying that if a man is with a woman and he knows she needs help, why not just help her?
Right. What are you doing with her?
Right. Like my dad said, a woman don't need a man to help her do nothing. I mean, you there just taking up airspace and opportunity?
Exactly. But real quick, I want to introduce everybody to my nephew. This is handsome AJ.
Hey.
He's got lint in his hair. He's on camera now. So he just came back from Biloxi, Mississippi, visiting with his dad. His dad is in the United States Air Force, as well as his mother. How was your trip?
It was really hard to
have all that fun and go to camp.
Camp was a little boring.
All right. You guys know he's talking with the slur because he recently got braces. Now, a lot of women don't realize this. When you get with the man, you got to look at his teeth. Because in our family, no, seriously, I'm not saying like, you guys know what I'm talking about, like the skin of the teeth. I'm not trying to like be negative or like that, but I'm just trying to give you guys some hip you to some game. Now, my family, we have big teeth, okay, and his mother has small teeth. Thus, the child has mother's jaw, father's teeth, which means spacings and things like that. I'm not saying you can't plan all this stuff out, but that's one of the situations that got him to where he got his braces. And you guys know when you're at the club, if a guy's got a grill on, you might want to tell him to take his grill out, and you might not like what you see under that grill. But anyway, he's got his top ones. We're going to get his bottom ones next month.
No, September.
September. That's next month. No. August. Yeah, that's next month.
He's like,
that's right.
So what are you going to do again?
Sunny Meadows.
Sunny Meadows, right down the street. And as you guys know, he has a unibrow. Which is really good. So before we go, I'm going to have you model. Now hold this up there. And just hold it right there. I want to talk about this real quick, Dee. This is called Baskets by Leanne. And I ran across this young lady while at March Air Reserve Base when I was burglarizing his house, borrowing money out of his top drawer.
My gosh.
It's a creative gift baskets for all reasons and all seasons. And she makes these things by hand. You guys can contact her at 951-591-9054 or Baskets by Leanne, Leanne. I'm sorry. Baskets by Leanne, Leann at yahoo.com. Y'all be trying to get all these magical names and stuff like that, but we're going to put that up as well so you guys can do that. But this one here, it was a really interesting basket, and they're really inexpensive. The most expensive basket that I saw there was like $50. And there's a lot of birthdays coming up, something that's inexpensive. This is a bed and bath type basket. It has little candies there, soaps and lotions and oils and all that other stuff. And I thought this would be really great to highlight. And I want to just go ahead and give this to my good friend here.
Oh, okay.
Something for you to deal with.
Nice, thank
so you can relax. I know,
now I can take a bath.
Relax.
Yeah.
Get back and shake.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
Wait, in October?
October.
And so here's the second one, which is something more I thought was really, really cool. This is your tea. He's doing good. I'm gonna get him on the Price is Right. This is your tea basket, and it has all the teas there with the what's that thing? The biscuit, the brisket, and it has a little teapot in it. And I think this one went for like $35, something like that, $40. Well worth it. You put your order in, she'll get them out to you. I mean, it's a really nice business, black-owned business.
Nice.
So I thought that was very, very important.
And these are very good if you want to eat them.
Yeah, they're very good. He would know. He likes that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. And we're going to put this also up on the back as a promotion so you guys can see it in case he kind of messed it up. But
you did a
fabulous job. Thank you very much. And I'll go sit down and get lost.
You just lost subscribers.
There you go. I lost a subscriber.
Didn't they, huh?
Yes.
He ran off the best thing
Yeah,
he
the
had
best thing
going.
there. Handsome age out. He's bringing in the young demographic. So that's handsome AJ, my nephew. It's 100. It's gonna be. They predict it's gonna be 106 degrees today in
Again.
Moreno Valley, if not more. And I'm gonna tell everybody, please stay hydrated and stay under wraps because it is a heat advisory. And if you're not into it, young coconut juice with pulp. This is basic coconut water. Water is not going to be enough. You're going to need to put electrolytes back in your system.
Yeah.
So you got to hydrate your system. I don't care if you get some Gatorade, but this is a natural way to do it. You get your little stuff in there, and it'll hydrate you and get your salts back into your body and things that you need like that. So please, 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 if you have animals, please give them enough water. Give them some shade. I've seen animals out there that are just baking in the sun, and it's unbelievable. While I was out working on the house, guess who was inside enjoying all the AC?
Your animals.
Chilling. Okay, so but the heat out here is very crucial. People got to realize we are at the beginning of the Mojave Desert. So
yeah, it's very hot.
It's very hot.
Very hot.
So, but speaking of which, tell us about your trip with Mr. Wonderful. There, where'd you guys go?
We didn't go anywhere actually. We just went to Magic Mountain.
Yeah,
Magic Mountain. It was hot.
He lost his wallet.
Lost his wallet, but by the time he got back home, all that stuff was there.
Okay, well, they mailed it to him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a good woman.
Wait. They mailed it to him.
All that stuff.
But all his money was there.
No, the wallet wasn't there.
Okay.
But when he was here, we went and got all the stuff that he lost.
Good,
for the most part.
Good.
But yeah, having a good woman on your team would do that, because
your man ain't got no patience.
Not.
Al, I love it. Al, we're brother-in-laws. We are brother-in-laws. You got one sister, I got the other. Now here's the thing: you got to have some patience, brother.
He's working on it. But golly, I was like, when he lost his wallet, we found out that the wallet flew out of his pocket. Right, he got to right. He was like, "Oh shit!" I thought he was gonna lose. I was like, "Okay, wait. Whoa, woosah, calm down." I said, "It's okay. We're gonna replace all that. I promise you."
The funny thing, the funny thing about you guys is you guys have like to me when I look at you guys have like a yin and yang relationship.
We do. It's totally I could be high strung sometimes, but not most. Right. If something happens to me, I can. Like something really happens, but for the most part, I'm pretty cool. But him, he just
gone.
Just for nothing. I'm like,
all right.
And then we were talking through like this. Come on, let's see. You're right.
Right. Exactly.
I'm like, well, and my daughter was like, well, what did he do before he met you? I said he was living life by the seat of his pants.
He was in the streets kicking ass.
It's like, but like I said, that's what a good woman to do. Like my dad always says, not to say I'm all that, but a good woman is supposed to bring balance to a man.
To the force.
That's I guess that yin and yang. Where you see a person is,
you guys compliment each other very well.
Yeah, it's what you're supposed to do. But he lost his wallet and wasn't so bad after I talked to him.
He wasn't going to beat up anybody up there.
No, he was, but I'm like, damn, he was. I saw it coming. I saw the Tasmanian devil about to happen right there.
Oh, man.
But I calmed him down in a couple of seconds, and I said, it could have been worse. You could have lost your head, you could have lost your arm, you could have fell off, your phone could have been on there, and then so once I started telling him, I said, you're right. I said, all the stuff was replaceable. Yeah, he had $120 in there. You know what? Somebody got that money who probably needed it. I said, I'm just trying to get you to see the other side of it.
There's more to it than.
And so, but when we went to after, because you have to wait till the park closes so they can do a sweep and see if they found your stuff. I as we're standing in line, some people lost their keys, some
Wow.
people lost their phone and their money and their keys and their
child.
And so, okay, so I told him, I said, see, there, but for the grace of God, there go I, which means that could have been you. At least we got our keys, at least our phone. I mean, people are getting their, retrieving their phones, and it's like, damn, you might as well just went home because the phone was just smashed. Can you imagine your phone dropping off? So,
and these aren't no cheap phones, they're about $800 phones.
I mean, I'm talking about these people going to get iPhones. And people were like, okay, on their iWatch, I can see that it's still down there because the thing is telling me. They wanted these phones.
Right.
But when they brought it, was like,
You know, and you know, I know you people want to have fun and stuff, but you know, you got to think things through. You're going to an amusement park, secure your stuff, get some.
Well, you know, the crazy is just a fluke. He had them in the cargo pants, and it was
slipped out.
We didn't anticipate this ride. It was called the X2, so stupid. You go backwards on that ride, and then it's flipping you, and it's turning you, and it's going like, I think it said 80 miles an hour. So it was just a fluke that it just happened, because my wallet was in his other pocket, and it didn't fall out. So it's just one of those things.
Did you do like Mom used to do? Take that wallet, put it right up in here.
Okay.
I don't like it right there. It's secure.
Right. No, that would have came out. Okay. Because I ain't got much down there. It would have been like, who you think you was fooling?
So how many rides did you go on? Because everybody knows D is not a roller coaster.
You know what's
person.
funny? I said, he didn't know it, but I said to myself, I'm going to face my fears. And I'm getting on these rides.
And you went?
I went on all the rides except for maybe 3 with him.
I mean, if you think about it, the rides are only, what, a couple minutes?
Seconds, some of them.
Right.
Like Superman ride was 20 seconds, and that was the one I hated the most.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? Just do the shit. Just do it. And it's funny because when it took off, and then it hit that curve, and it was going to the top, and it was hanging there for just a second, I said to myself, no, I said, you got this, bitch. You got it. You got it. And then when it dropped, I was like, okay, it wasn't so bad. But nah, I was like, I have to face my fears. I'm going to do the roller coasters. Because I read this book called The Community of Self by Naeem Akbar. And it talks about, you know, just different aspects of ourself. And he talked about fear and, or reason, rather. If reason takes over all the other things of your body and your mind, it won't allow you to have fun. It'll talk you out of everything. And so I said, I've been getting on roller coasters. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, we use some common sense, but I've been getting on roller coasters, you know, for my adult life with a reason. Like, I don't know who was putting this ride together. If the person was drunk who did the test on this. But the other side was like, get on there. If it was your time to go, it was your time to go.
Statistically, you know, you got to play the odds.
And it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad? So you guys had a really good time.
Had a good time, except it was hot as hell.
Yeah, it's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Because I know when Al comes out, he's a roller coaster guy.
Yeah, hopefully he don't want to come out and ride the roller coasters again.
Well, he's not so different than that.
Maybe. I'd like to do something like at Universal Studios.
Right. Yeah, we can walk around. That's our speed. Like SeaWorld, just walk around.
Okay. Hey, Shamu, bye.
Yeah, here for the kids. You just kind of watch them have fun and say, hey, it's all good. But, you know, that's one of the things about living in Southern California. For those that are watching, whoever you're watching, you got to have a car here. If you don't have a car, everything's within a 2-hour radius. You can just do it all. I mean, SeaWorld, whatever. It's all here. You imagine it, it can be done. So, and by the time you get done doing the first thing, it's about 6 months later.
Right. Okay.
Because, you know, you got to have money and all that stuff like that. So.
And then parking was, I think, $25.
It's $25.
And then if you want to go VIP, it's $40 or a valet.
See, that's when you get your friends together and you guys get like a bus or not like a bus, but, you know, like a van or something. Y'all go in the SUV where you get as many people as you can.
But my thing is, okay, I'm already paying the king's ransom to get in here, and if I want to buy a drink, that's gonna be $10. And so
bottle of water, $6, right? It's a little bottle.
Yeah, so I got to pay for parking too.
Well, it's like Disneyland. It's $100 to get in, $25 to park. So before you even enter the park, you've already paid $125.
For a mouse to see a funky little raggedy
And you're probably going to get on 3 or 4 rides on average.
And that's what we did. We got on a lot of rides. Because, you know, you're paying for it. And he got the flash pass too, because he doesn't like the wait, which, you know, came in handy.
Yeah, we know.
Right. So
that's good. I'm glad he had a good time, showed him a good time, and like that. You guys just went to dinner and talked and caught up.
Yeah, we just hung out. We didn't, because I always like to tell him this. You know, because he's like, when I come down there, he doesn't like me spending any money at all.
Right.
I said, to me, you know, it's not about spending money. we don't have to be going here and doing that, you know, because we live in different states. So it's like, we don't want to spend time traveling because then we don't get to spend time together. But I'm like, you know, we're one of those type of women, like, we got to be doing this.
Yeah.
We got to be
You got to take me over here. You got to get my hair down.
No, we ain't got to be doing none of that. As long as we're spending time together, I'm cool. We ain't even got to go to Magic Mountain.
See, that is why I know my Afro Thunder. I got the right one. I got the right one. You know? Like I said, look. She out there, she put her hair in braids, whatever she puts it out, whatever. Hey, it's all good, girl. Look, all that loving, woo wee.
I mean, I told him I'll cook, which I did. I made him a steak.
Okay.
And he's like, this is the best steak I've ever eaten. Oh my God. Where did you learn to cook?
Right,
and oh
right.
my.
We got the right one, brother-in-law. We got the right one. We got the right one. Just got to treat him right. Treat him right. So.
I just, so we had a good time.
Had a good time.
Yeah. We'll be back in October.
October, all right. And then are you going to plan on going down there anytime soon?
Sometime before February because I got a free, $100 gift certificate from Delta.
And you got to use it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have some other things coming up, as well. Real quick, you got your notary back. So
I did.
So is it a specific notary, or can we do anything?
I guess it's a regular notary need.
So if I needed something just notarized, I can just call you up and say, hey, D, I need this done.
Yep.
What's your? Well, I don't know if there's a charge rate.
There's a flat $15 rate charge for per signature. That's mandated by the state of California. Right. But to travel, then I can charge what I want.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you can take care of that. You guys know D knows a little bit about law. She has some master's
just
degree.
A tiny bit. Tiny bit.
She knows what she's doing. So if you guys need a notary, she's available in the local area. But if you wanted to fly to DC,
come on with it. I'll travel now.
She'll fly out there.
Well, I can't really because I can't notarize out there. But you can come to me.
Yeah, that's right. And knock that out. But hey, again, I want to hit you guys to Baskets by Leanne, and on her saying she does birthdays, anniversaries, home warmings, baby showers, weddings, appreciation, get wells, or any reason. If we don't
side piece, back
side piece. Look, she says it right here. If you don't have what you need, you can create a customized basket for you. And make a long story short, come to find out that this girl went to the high school on Okinawa.
Really?
The Air Force High School.
It's a small world after all.
Yeah, but she graduated in 95. I graduated in 88.
Okay.
So a little bit different, but small world that she's alumni that did that. She's working over in the base, and like you, she can go anywhere to fulfill the needs of her business, and it is a black-owned business.
Did you just a sidebar? Did you see any romantic connections there?
No, I did not.
No, okay.
Not at all.
I just be having to ask because trying to get you booed up.
I am booed up with your sister.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm a side to do the bill. I'll get mine. Look, baby, you can have. Look, we need that guy to keep you paying them bills. If he's doing it, I don't have to. So. But no, very, very, very nice young lady. She's what, 42 or something like that.
Right up your alley.
Nah.
We're gonna talk afterwards.
I'm giving you a white girl.
No, the hell you ain't. No, you ain't. I'll put some acetone in your face.
Right. You're gonna be fighting it out. But no, I mean, look, women like you and your sister, that's hard to find.
It's not really hard to find.
No, I'm talking about this thick and just that.
It ain't hard to find.
That booty for days. That's hard.
Well, people buying those now.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Remember, did you see that video my sister put up?
Yes.
Of her friend?
Her friend, yes. That looked like a moose walking.
That's a paid for booty.
Lord have mercy.
But she got a good booty, though.
It's a good booty, but she must be wiping for days.
She went to Dr. Miami. And
wiping for days.
Yeah, Amanda talking about they be walking down the street, cars be honking. She said people was calling her from all over the place. Who's that? Who's that? Talking about calling me from Virginia.
Yeah.
Who's that? You
on her line,
yeah.
and here's another thing. Your daughter has all the traits that grandma gave her, and some of your nieces have them, and it just amazes me that these women are still single. At least your daughter.
I'm glad she's still single because she's finishing her education, which will be done in December, and then she can go live her life. Like I tell her, a man is gonna be there.
Yes,
go live your life. Don't get settled down with
all of this D is out here. It's out here.
I mean, if you want to look at it, but the space and opportunity.
Yeah,
go do what you want before you get settled down in a relationship.
Yeah, and the thing is, what I like about I definitely don't like her attitude, but That chocolate skin, oh, beautiful, flawless,
Very
very flawless. So for these young guys that are out there, she is she's single, but I don't know if she has time right now.
She
But,
ain't got time.
okay, she ain't
We
got
keep
time.
her busy. We try to.
But yeah, but she has all the traits of grandmama. So and if you've seen grandmama, that's a dime piece.
A brick house. OG brick house.
Yes, they don't make them like that no more. So hey, in the second hour, we're going to talk about local politics here in Moreno Valley.
Uh-oh.
You guys get ready. You guys have heard about Leroy, Al Bundy, Holt, and we're going to talk about some of the things that he has done right and wrong. And my question to you before we go to break is, if you're a black person and you're doing a fundraiser and you have no black support, what does that tell you?
That you're bought and paid for.
You're bought and paid for. We're going to talk about that in the second hour. You guys stand by.